Yesterday we just started talking about the video about just in time and making parts to order, obviously when the customer wants them, when they want them, the quantity they want, okay? So it's hard to get it up on the screen, so I'm just going to talk through some of this. So we've talked about level loading, and it's very critical in white areas. So we're going to have talk a little bit about it and see how that all connects. So in the white area, we level load. So all the yellow spots are when we're doing changeovers, okay? So on those changeover days, as you can see, the most that we have to changeover is 4 presses in one day. So that's the maximum amount, okay? So then they can plan on their days. We know there's 3 on the first week on Monday, there's only 3 on the second week on Monday, there's 3 on the third, then the fourth week, there's a lot less. So we're gonna go by weeks. Week 1, 2, 3, 4, then 1, 2, 3, 4 to level that up. As you can see, what does it do? It lowers that water level, right? Now we have to make sure we're making good parts when we say we're going to make product, because we're not going to have a lot of inventory. Today's job, 2 jobs went in today with 3,000 parts in inventory. If we run correctly and we start them up, our customer is not short product, and we just fill in what they're taking for the week. Okay? So it's critical that when we start jobs up, we make good product. We know when they're starting, so we know what we need to be doing to get there. Okay? So we start with this, right? Now that all these green ones on the side say that the bulb never changes, then it just comes out for PMs at different times, okay? But the thing is that's critical is how it's connected. So from this point, what can we do? We can figure out all of our materials that are running every day. So now when we're up there on our central loading system, we can see how it connects and when they need to connect. All the materials are listed, how many pounds per hour, so they know that those colors. So now we used to drain a dryer, fill a different dryer. Now we can actually look at it and say, well, you know what, we just need to move that over to this press on this day and just keep it running. We know how many pounds we need. So now that's connected to our material to figure out what dryers we need, when we need them, when we can pull off the different product lines, when we run them in multiple places, so that we know how many pounds we can run per hour. All right, so now we know how many parts we can run, what materials we're running, when we're running them, how many pounds per hour. So next thing we can figure out is how many pounds do we need for that week. Right? We know how many hours we're running, we know how many pounds we use, we can figure out how many pounds we need for that week. What does that do? It reduces the amount of inventory we've got coming in, right? Now we can order per week of what we need for that week. Alright? Besides that, what we order, we can also stage. We know we need 3 of these Gaylords a night, we can put them over there, we only need 3 Gaylords a night, and we only need it on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So we can start staging so we know what we have. So we don't have to drive all the way up there to try and find the material, drive back, a lot of wasted motion. We can stage, we can have the product ready, right? That's also connected into startups, right? So what else do we do in startups? We have to do inspection and startup shots, right? So now we know when is quality going to be doing startup shots. They know what presses are going to be doing it, they know when it's going to happen, so they can be prepared for it, they know how many we're going to have, right? So if it's on first, second, or third shift, whatever we decide. So we know when those startup shots will be done. Okay? Also, when we know how many products, that's also for the same thing for packaging, right? We don't need to bring over 35 totes for Filtran on week 3 when we're not running that many products. So we can stage different amounts for different days. All right, so it's connected in there. The other thing that's connected is obviously when we know we've got these tools and they're coming out, we have X amount of days to get the PMs done on those. So now we move into PMs. So now we have a commitment from the tool room when they're going to have the PM done on that product. All right, because we know when it's coming out, when it will be out, how long it'll be out, and they have to be committed so we can start level loading the PMs. Right now what we have is that whenever the shots add up, that's when it happens, right? So we can have we can have 20 tools show up, we can have 3 tools show up, we can have 1 tool show up. This way we know what day we can schedule those PMs. Okay? So it helps level load also somebody else's workload. Right? So we got now the PM. So then when we know we pull the tool out for PM, what else can we schedule? Press PM, right? We know we can do our PM on the press on those days. And those days we are scheduled to do PM. So whether it's when we're going from, when we're going from Sloan Valve and we're running Sloan Valve and we go from natural to green to a PPO or SYS 75, we know that we can do our press PM on that Thursday, Friday, pull, check the screw, clean the screw, because we go back in with natural the next week. So now we're all set. We did all our PM, the tools have been PM, the press has been PM, and now we're starting to run our product for the next week, starting over on week 1. Okay? So everybody can start level loading their schedule. So we don't have this every day it's just chaotic. What we can do is schedule it down. This is standard work, so we know what's happening each one of these days. It doesn't fill your whole day, but it fills a chunk of the day. So we can schedule around that and improve on these. If we can improve our PM on the press, we have more uptime, right? We improve our uptime on the products and not less rejects. We have our utilization we can sell to somebody else. All right, same thing. Our materials are ready to go. We don't have that downtime waiting for materials to dry. We're not cleaning grinders, or cleaning dryers. It's not necessary. Wasted motion. It's over processing, so we can work around that. So all of it connects to all the way from ordering material when we need it to when the press is going to be PM. All of it gets leveled in there. Okay, so that's the idea behind level loading. That's just in time. So these products levels, we should have the right amount of inventory for what they're pulling when they're pulling it. Okay. It's in white, and we're going to have it up in the white value stream area, so if you have a chance, you can take a look at it, ask questions, so everybody understands what we're talking about. This is critical to the point of getting our utilization up so we can sell products to other customers, okay? So we can actually have more utilization sold, all right? I'm sorry, you got the quote?